Alright, what up guys? So in today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys exactly how to make $20,000 with your next clothing brand drop. But for right now, we gotta start packaging up orders that we got. We just dropped change like 2 days ago, bro. We made like crazy amount of money. We're almost up at like 10 off of like 2 days. So pretty much for right now, I'm just getting some orders shipped that we got today. It's like 11:33 a.m. and I just gotta go ahead and keep on packaging up these orders. Right now I'm printing out labels. Once these labels go ahead and get printed, we're gonna head over down to my storage unit. And then now in my storage unit, we're gonna go ahead and package them over there. And then we're gonna also be modeling. So we got these clothes right here. I dropped this on my other brand, John Gas, but we're trying to make some more, bro. So, you know, right now I'm rebranding John Gas and all that. So, you know, we can't just put them up on there. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm backed up on hella orders with those. I ran into some manufacturer issues. I got them fixed now, but we also got hit with a Shopify Rico case, which means like they pretty much just hold your funds for 120 days, and then that pretty much will cover up all the chargebacks. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if you guys are looking to set up a clothing brand, I would say if you're gonna do pre-order, just communicate, because that's where I slacked at. I was getting, you know, thousands of orders and I just was not communicating, right? So, you know, do not make that mistake. You know, you learn as you go. So I'm warning you guys now, do not make that mistake, because they will hold your money. You know, either they'll hold it for 90 days or 120 days. So definitely, if you're doing pre-order, just make sure you guys communicate through email, through, you know, your story, Instagram, DMing people back. Don't be like me and do what I did and just start, you know, expecting people to read the description, because people don't read. So yeah, but now I run pre-made for a majority of the part now. There are some items that are pre-order that I'm gonna be doing for this brand Flex Joe. Now I am gonna move over to pre-made. I'm also doing another clothing brand from totally scratch. I'm not gonna lie, I did drop like one time, but I only let the setup for like a week and I made like 2K. I just didn't like the clothes I dropped. I was like kind of like doing something impatiently, even though it made me money, but I wanted to do something better and make this brand like totally different from what I've ever done. Kind of like a luxury brand, you know, sell clothes for over $100, you know, or even close to like maybe like 90, you know, stuff like that. So it's all gonna be pretty much like a test, because I never sold clothes for like over $100 and stuff like that. So in the meantime, I at least want to have this brand Flextra, you know, at least make me money, because I know how to scale brands like that, like selling them for like 60 bucks, 70 bucks, 80 bucks. And, you know, let's just say the Wonder Bloody drop fails or whatever, I'm going to be able to go ahead and have more income coming in from Flextra. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'm probably not going to fail with this brand, just because I know exactly how to market, how to install systems, and, you know, have a good foundation built for the brand. You know, also I'm crazy at, you know, getting SMS subscribers and then converting those SMS subscribers into sales on drop day. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, if you guys ever see people making like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, even $10,000 on their drop day, that's the exact strategy that they do, and I'll be explaining that towards the end of the video. But as of right now, we just went ahead and got all of the labels printed. We got this whole thing right here. So I'm gonna catch you guys when we get over to the storage unit. We're gonna also go grab some food too. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I got, and then during the meantime, we're gonna be driving. So catch you guys there. All right, y'all, so right now we just got some Wendy's. Yeah, we got some Wendy's. So now we're about to go ahead and eat, and then we're gonna head over down to the unit. So I'm gonna catch y'all when we get there. So anyways, we just got done eating, and right now we're gonna head over down to the unit.
We done ate like 6 burgers.
Yeah, we got the $8 meal from Wendy's. Comes with like 2 bacon cheeseburgers or something like that.
To like 20 bucks?
Yeah, inflation's crazy.
Wait,
so
if it's 8 and 8, it
that's
shouldn't
16.
have-
It's 16. But then tax, it comes up to 17.12. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna head over down to the unit. We're gonna start packaging up. I forgot the labels.
It's okay, right?
I deadass forgot the labels. So we're gonna go ahead and go back to the crib and go pick up the labels. We're not too far, we're like a couple minutes away. So
Like 30 minutes?
yeah, something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and drive back and then go get the labels and then come back to the unit. So peace out. Rest in peace. They look mad. Yeah, so we're back here. Just got to the unit. We're gonna go ahead and start packaging up all of the orders that we can right now. We also got some more orders here as well. We gotta get all these things shipped out. After we get these things done, shipped out, then we're gonna go ahead and start making content for this hoodie for the new brand. Now, if you guys are looking to go ahead and get a manufacturer who can make chains just like these, or even get bags just like this is one of my personal private manufacturers in China. And I just get these things off of Amazon. They're like a couple cents, like probably like 3 cents, 5 cents, something like that. Now, my manufacturer here, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that in the description down below. Y'all can go ahead and check them out. I'm also gonna be listing a bunch of manufacturers all right here that are all free. The manufacturers that I just listed here, they are not going to make these. These are just manufacturers that a lot of big brand owners use. Now, if you guys want my personal manufacturers, I'm gonna go ahead and leave those, like I said, in the description down below. All right, guys, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Starting a clothing brand up is not easy whatsoever at all. Now, if you guys are literally starting from scratch and you guys do not have the skill set to sell, know how to market, put in systems into your business and, eventually scale up, then it's probably gonna take you guys either, 1 full year of dedication every single day. Like I'm talking about, you cannot miss not one single day. It's probably gonna take you about a year or two if you do that. Now, obviously there's a way to go ahead and get results a lot quicker, and that's generally just by getting a mentor that already been through the stuff when it comes to a clothing brand. Which honestly, I personally suggest to go ahead and do that. Like if I was to go ahead and start from scratch and I had a few $1,000s, like maybe like 3,000 or 4,000, I would go ahead and just invest into a mentor so that I don't have to go ahead and start spending money on just like wasting time. Like let's just say trying to run ads, getting samples made, paying for designs, or even making designs for myself, because they're just not a winning product. So that's my personal opinion. Now, yeah, this video is about learning how to make $20,000. I also made a video showing you guys exactly how to make $10,000 off of your next drop, or even just in a single month. So if you guys want to go ahead and just see that, I'll go ahead and leave that also in the description down below. There you go. This is pretty much how they look for the chains. Now I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. If you guys are looking to start up like a chain business like this, I'm gonna be completely honest, it is not for the weak at all. Yes, it's easy and cheap to get into, but to actually like scale the business, it's a lot harder and a lot different than clothes, because the profit margins are, yes, they're high, but then when it comes to, getting multiple people to buy one thing, that's kind of like a bad way to explain it. But let's just say that you have these two chains on the site, these two right here, Rest and Base and Flextra. These are two albums right here, right? From Che and from Osama-san, right? When you're running ads, right? Let's just say that your CPR, which is cost per result, is like 15 bucks. And then your profit on these is like 30, right? Your goal is to go ahead and get these people to go ahead and buy two of them so that now your profit can come out to be $60. But now when it comes to these chains, it's really hard because people don't want to go ahead and like wear multiple chains and stuff like that. But now when it comes to clothes, people are wearing that stuff all the time. For example, like you see how many clothes I got here. These are all still waiting to go ahead and get shipped out. Literally every single one has already been sold. So yes, I'm gonna be completely honest. Is it easier starting up a clothing brand or a chain business? To be honest with you guys, a clothing brand, way easier. You guys can legit make thousands of dollars just first drop if you guys have the right system, the right product, and a good website, and obviously have good marketing. And honestly, people like go ahead and make designs on Kindle and Canva, and then they either put like some stars on it or like make like their logo and then put it on a hoodie, something like that, and then they expect it to go ahead and sell. But like what people don't really realize is that when it comes to, for example, putting a logo onto a hoodie, nobody knows your brand. When people go ahead and buy clothes with their logo on it, it's because they already know the brand, they know of the brand, and the brand gives off a specific feeling. For example, like Gucci has their own logo. They literally throw it onto a shirt and they just sell tons of it and make millions of dollars off of it. You see, like you just cannot go ahead and do that. It's nearly impossible to go ahead and do that if you're starting off as a new brand and literally don't know about marketing, don't know about systems, etc., stuff like that. Now there is another brand. I don't know what the brand name is, but I know it's like black sweatpants and it has like gray things here. It's literally just so plain. It just has like their logo here and at the bottom. And their marketing is so good. Like it's generally top tier. And some people, they want to just go ahead and start doing it like them. But what they don't know is that this guy, he literally had to study marketing in order to get sales like that and he probably made over 100K, no doubt. First, like I would say probably his second job, he had to make $100,000. Like there's legit no way that he didn't because of how good his marketing is. So yeah, if you guys are looking to go ahead and start up a clothing brand, haven't started yet, or maybe even just thinking about it, do not go ahead and make that mistake where you just put your logo on the piece, like, like on a hoodie or something like that, and expect for it to sell. You're not going to go and sell. You need to sell something that's emotional, connecting, or trendy, or something very unique. But now when it comes to things where it's making it very unique, it's like a hit or miss. It's like, okay, this thing is super unique, but is the market going to go ahead and like this or not? So yeah, it's pretty tricky when it comes to that. But now like making something emotional, connecting, you have to also mix that in with something trendy, which those things there build like loyal customers and stuff like that. What doesn't build loyal clients though is people just, posting random content, not having it planned or anything like that. You need to generally plan your content. Now, if you guys do not plan your content, you're going to go ahead and see on what's going to happen. You guys are going to legit get like no views. If you guys are stuck at 0 views, it's because you guys do not know how to market. Most people don't really know how to go ahead and make a good product, which is exactly why I'm opening up a few more spots for this month to go ahead and make winning product designs for you guys. Now, obviously I can't make them for everybody because it's so time consuming. And I'm so busy with all my brands. But I am setting time aside to go ahead and help people who really want to go ahead and make it with their clothing brand. So what I'll go ahead and do is I'll just go ahead and leave my link to book a call with me in the link down below. It'll show like my available times throughout the week. And you guys can just go ahead and book a call like that. We'll pretty much talk about exactly what niche you're trying to go for and how much you're really trying to make. And then we'll pretty much go ahead and get started from there. Now, a lot of people ask me like, Jojo, what would you say is the most hardest thing to do with a clothing brand? And I'm gonna definitely have to say there's two of them. And it's marketing and figuring out what product is gonna sell. And another big one for me when I first started was the web development. Like I would go ahead and use like the free Dawn theme or like the plain Jane theme. Everybody knows that the plain Jane is literally leaked everywhere. And I would legit go ahead and use those and try to build it myself. But like at the end of the day, like who am I? I'm not no damn web developer. Now, as of right now, I obviously learned exactly on how to make a high converting website. But back then I was low-key dropping fire pieces. But because my website was not optimized to go ahead and convert, it made me lose out on tons of sales. So I would definitely say before you guys even drop, don't even make the website yourself. Literally just hire a web developer. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna end up wasting your money promoting, buying samples, or doing pre-made, and then not selling because your website's trash. If a web developer costs like $500 to $1,000, bro, literally just buy that. Bro, I'm telling you, just listen, hire a web developer. Now, I'm gonna say this, make sure you be careful because you don't wanna go ahead and go on Fiverr and hire a web developer. Because those people, they take that little sweet time and they barely speak English most of the time. So one thing I would definitely say is find someone who's trusted and you can actually see the results that they bring. Right now, these are what we got packaged up right now. We have a lot more to do still. We got legit all of these here, still more going on. We got all these left to do. So once we go ahead and get these done, we're gonna go ahead and start creating all the content. I'm not too sure we're gonna create it yet. We're probably just gonna go ahead and create it here and kind of just see where it goes. All right, so I'm gonna go pick up the camera once we go ahead and start creating all the content. Peace out. Hurry up. All right, yeah, got all the orders. Gonna throw them back in the back seat. So right now we're gonna go ahead and start modeling these clothes here. She's scared of the camera. So anyways, y'all, right now we're gonna go ahead and just start filming down there. We're gonna take off these clothes here and I'm gonna record flat lay videos and just start posting them on the Flextra page. Just kind of see how it does. If it does good, then, you know, we're gonna put them up on the site. If not, then, you know, we're gonna pretty much just stick to the upcoming drop. I can't talk too much about it because I've never seen anyone do this. And the one thing I would hate is for anybody to go ahead and just take the idea and then it makes me lose out on tons of sales. I know it's pretty dark. This freaking storage unit is pitch black. The lights just turned on though. So anyways, this is where we go ahead and really record the videos. I use this, hold open this door, and the lighting comes over here from the sun, just like up there somewhere. Damn, it's bright as hell. But anyways, the floor just looks super good here. And then this is where I just take all my pictures at, like this. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start doing that. Then we're gonna start creating on-body content. And you guys are pretty much just gonna go ahead and see how I record content and then make them go viral. Peace out. All right, guys, so we just got done making the content and taking on the floor pictures. Now we're gonna go ahead, hop in the whip. We got a Tesla at 18, like dead ass, like right when I just turned 18. Caught this whip. So now we're gonna go ahead and start heading and get like a Starbucks or something like that, and then head home, edit the pictures, edit the videos, get the clothes up on the site, and then start posting them. And then we're gonna see what it comes to. And then we pretty much just gonna go ahead and see what kind of sales come in and if we even get any sales. I highly doubt we're gonna get any sales from this product because this product is really outdated, but it never hurts to try. Right now, I'm really just waiting for my samples that I know that are gonna sell just to come in. And then once they come in, bro, I'm gonna freaking make a killing, bro. There's no doubt. But in the meantime, we gotta make some bread somehow. So we got the chains up, and now we gotta get these up on there. So we're gonna make sure we bang that out today. So I'm gonna catch y'all when I get to the crib. Matter of fact, y'all, I totally forgot, but we actually gotta go down to the post office and drop off these orders. So we're gonna go ahead over there now. I don't know how the mic quality sounds, just because I took out the mic for right now. But yeah, so we're on our way to the post office, drop off the orders, and then we gonna head back to the crib. So we're gonna catch you when I get there. All right, y'all, so now we're back in the house. We got done creating the content. Here is a on-body picture on the black hoodie. Here is a flat lay. Okay, so there's one right there. Here's another on body. I don't think that one's done loading up yet, but and then we already. And then here is the gray hoodie. So yeah, now that's pretty much exactly what we did for that drop. That's all we did for today. Tomorrow is gonna be just creating a bunch more content and trying to get influencers to repost our content. So now this is a marketing strategy that literally barely anyone knows, but I'm gonna give it on here for free. So the way you do it is by contacting an influencer. Now make sure that this influencer gets anywhere from like 5,000 to 10,000 views on their story. And if they don't, it's just most likely not worth that at all. If they're not in your niche, then their fan base is literally not gonna like your stuff and you're gonna waste money paying the influencer to repost your content. But now this is the golden ticket right here. If you go and get like 6 influencers who average around like 5 to 9K views on their story, then what's gonna happen is that those views from the story is gonna get put onto your reel. So let's just say that they all get 5,000 views and you get 6 people. That's 30,000 views that you just got onto your video. And that's exactly what nobody goes and tells you. But I drop hella game every single week. So now we're going to get straight into talking about how to make your first $20,000 with your next drop. Bro, I just banged my toe so hard into the door. But that ain't going to stop us from making this video. Fuck, bro. My toenail's in pain so bad right now. Alright, so anyways, y'all, let's just go ahead and get straight into the video. Now, for the first topic, it's about your product. Now, when it comes to your product, you guys got to make sure that this is a winning product design. Whether it's emotional connecting, trendy, or just super unique and you create your own wave. Now, let's go ahead and dial in on which one's going to be the easiest and the hardest. The easiest one is going to go ahead and create a trending product. Creating a trending product got to be the most easiest ways to print money, but you'll get so much hate for it. Now, the reason why is because people are going to go ahead and say, oh, you copied this person, which exactly happened to me. But at the end of the day, you're going to get hate regardless. And me, I made 200 bands just off of hate, bro. Like, I'm dead ass not even joking. I made 200 bands. So yeah, honestly, creating a trending product got to be the most easiest thing to do, but there is a downside to it. And the downside is if you do not know how to read the market, understand the market, or know what's trending within the algorithm for social media, then you're low-key cooked. Because let's just say you guys go ahead and hop out this YouTube video and start, trying to find a winning product or create something that you think is trendy. What's probably going to happen is you're going to pick something that was trendy like 6 to 8 months ago. And this is the mistake that you guys do not want to make. There's a new trend that comes out every few weeks or every few months, like max 3 months. Every single year, it's completely different. The market will literally change out of nowhere. For example, like somebody will come out with something totally different and then it'll blow up. And then everybody will hop on that wave and create a trend. And then that's when you have to go ahead and hop on that. Now, it's also super important when going ahead and doing the trending products, you need to have a reliable manufacturer. Because if your manufacturer's taking like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks to go ahead and create a sample, by that time, the market damn near probably changed already. And then you just wasted money on the sample and time. So this is a mistake that you guys do not want to make. If you guys are looking to make a winning product design, I have a few spots left. Just go ahead in the link in the description and book your call with me just so I can see if you're even eligible to work with me. I do not work with everybody. I only work with people who are fully committed and ready to jump the bridge. Because there's a lot of people who I talked to in the past, and this is what they hit me with. Yeah, bro, I'm going to do it next week. Nah, bro, I'm not trying to start right now. I just wanted to get an idea. So, like, no, I'm not helping people who do those things because those are the people who are not ready to jump the bridge or fully committed. Because if you're fully committed to something and determined to be able to change your life, you're not going to wait a week because that's a whole week that you're wasting. Now, right here is a little sneak peek of what I made one of my clients. This right here is going to be literally a crazy-ass job for him. If you guys do not have a winning product design, you guys are going to miss out on everything. Because at the end of the day, this is what you're going to make your money off of. So always keep that in mind. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and go through the unique route, which is like creating something that like was never made before, it's super risky because most of the time it's going to cost a little bit more. And what I mean by unique and costing more is, like adding pockets all over the thing or like doing like double sleeves or whatever the hell you guys are doing. Yeah, so like me personally, I don't go ahead and take that route. I usually do the emotional connecting route or like the trending route because those right there are just genuinely the easiest routes to take. But yeah, if you guys are going for the unique route, it's really risky. Probably like 1 or 2 out of 10 times you're going to actually hit. So yeah, if you guys are looking to do that route and build like a long-term brand and something that actually like has its name for, definitely take that route. Which I'm going to be completely honest, if you guys are looking for me to go ahead and actually make your designs for you, I just won't be able to do that for you. I'm just being completely transparent because that's just something I've never done before. Now, the emotional connecting one is something exactly like I showed you guys in the storage unit, which is the one that says, what if I never smoked? That's something that's going to hit somebody who is struggling with like, drug addictions or, smoking cigarettes or vaping or whatever. It's going to hit them really hard because majority of the time they regret it because they can't get off of it. So then since it hits them really hard in the chest and in the mind, it makes them want to buy it. Because you don't sell by having, oh, it's this percentage off. Oh, it's this off. Oh, you get this and this. No, they don't usually buy off of that. They buy because it's emotional to that person. At the end of the day, people get in relationships because of emotions or looks. So you also got to have that for your brain as well, which is when it comes to the product and the feeling it comes with the product. So always keep that in mind. Creating something emotionally is probably got to be honestly the easiest one. But I'm going to be honest, it's something that's going to make you go super viral. And if you want to go ahead and build like a long-term business with it, you guys got to kind of like set it up in a certain way and add like certain funnels and add a very strict system into your brand so you could continue to keep those clients coming in. It's kind of complicated to say just like off the top of my head, but honestly, it's one of the easiest ways to go ahead and be successful with your clothing brand and make that $20,000. Now, this one is super important because this is how you're going to make all your money on drop day. So now let's just say that there's a store, for example, Supreme. When they drop, there's like thousands of people lined up in front of their store, literally dying to go ahead and buy. And the reason why they have so many people waiting there is because they build scarcity. And that means like, okay, if it sells out, it's sold out for good. Or like another restock will be like in like a year or two or even a few years. So they build a lot of scarcity throughout their brand. And that's exactly what you need to do with your brand as well. For example, like announcing like there's only going to be 50 to 100 pieces available. And once they're sold out, it's either going to be pre-order and you have to wait 5 to 8 weeks, or there's only going to be 50 pieces available and that's it. Never restocking after that. This is going to make people feel like, okay, damn, like I'm going to be only like 1 out of 50 people wearing this hoodie. And then that's when people are going to be like, oh, dang, I'm unique now. And then it's also going to make the person feel like, okay, if I don't go ahead and buy this right now, I'm probably never going to buy this again because it's just never going to be there again. So that's it. You need to go ahead and build scarcity. Now, for the building up the hype, you want to go ahead and post anywhere from like 3 to 5 times per day. A lot of people say post 3 times, but nah, the more you post, the more attraction you're going to get. Let's just put this for example. If you go ahead and get 2,000 views on each video and you post 5 times a day, that right there is 10,000 views. And let's just say you're promoting for 21 days. That right there is 210,000 views onto your product and onto your brand. Now, let's just say that 10% of those people actually go into your website. That's 21,000. Now, let's just say that 10% of those people go and add to cart. That's 2,100 people. Now, let's just say that 10% of those people actually buy. That's 210. Now, let's just say that you're selling a product for like $50 and 210 people actually go ahead and buy. That's $10,500 you just made in one day. So that's exactly why promoting and building hype for the brand beforehand is going to be the most important thing to do. Do not be impatient. Actually go ahead and do that. Build hype. Another way to build hype is by doing influencer marketing. I'm pretty sure you guys heard this thing 1,000 times, but here's a quick rundown. You get a small bulk order of like 10 to 20 pieces. You go ahead and contact micro influencers, some that have like 10,000 to like 20,000 followers. Ask them to do a feed post and a reel. Most people forget the reel, but do the reel too, so you can go ahead and post that onto your account. Or you guys can even do like a collab post. Doing the collab post gotta probably be the best one to do because every like that they get, it counts onto your post as well. So now let's just say you guys go ahead and, get 10 micro influencers, and let's just say they get like 10,000 followers. And now let's just say like 7,000 people go ahead and see it. That right there is 70,000 people alone that's seen your product on body, and especially on an influencer. So now it's gonna build trust for your brand. Now, like I said, let's just say 7,000 people go ahead and see out of 10,000 from the micro influencer. You times that by 10. That right there is 70,000. Now let's do 210,000 plus 70,000. That right there is 280,000 people that's got eyes onto your product. It's crazy how a lot of people don't even know about this stuff, but I'm dropping free game like I said. So if you guys go take those routes, you're going to boss up. But now after doing that, if you don't do this step that I'm about to tell you, all that's just going to go to waste. You need to have PostScript set up onto your Shopify account. Have your password page optimized to collect SMS subscribers and build scarcity. This is like a rough draft on what I did for one of my students, but it's pretty much like Quan's new brand. They had join VIP to subscribe, and then it says press to subscribe right here. And whenever you click press to subscribe, it leads them to join their PostScript SMS. And the only thing that the people have to do is just like send a message. If you go ahead and get like 1,000 people before you drop, bro, you're going to make bread. But now the one thing that people lack a lot is not doing it at the right time. So I suggest the max is like 3 to 4 weeks, max. Anything after, the people who already subscribed to your SMS, they're just going to go ahead and buy something else from another brand that already dropped. So do not make this mistake. Make sure you guys are dropping within a decent amount of time. No less than 2 weeks, though, at all. I would say just aim for like 3 to 4 weeks. If you already hit like 500 to 1,000 MS subscribers within like the 3rd week, just drop. But this is something else that a lot of people lack in that I do not want you to go ahead and lack. Make sure you're always dropping on a Friday at 4 p.m. EST. Because on a Friday, that's when majority of the people go ahead and get their checks. And 4 p.m. is like when they come out of school or, even sports. Now, I also do have about 4 spots available from the password page and the actual website itself. So it's built to convert. I'll leave a link for you guys in the description down below. This is something you guys do not want to procrastinate on, because if your password page or your website is not built to convert, literally everything can go to waste. Because majority of the people are not even web designers at all. And then they think like, oh, I'm going to go build a website on Shopify with this free theme called Dawn. And because they're not even a web designer, it comes out looking really, really bad. And then it scares the customers away because it completely looks just like a scam. But then they don't realize it, though, because they're giving themselves confidence and dopamine into their brain that they just created a whole website by themselves. But what they don't know is that it's costing them thousands of dollars in the long run. So don't make that mistake at all. Now, the step that I'm about to go ahead and tell you, if you guys do not do this in the correct way, you'll never hit $20,000. Let me explain. When you're running ads, don't do IG boosts. Run meta ads itself. It's a lot harder, but you'll make so much more money with it. But it's also a very, very easy way to go ahead and lose money. It's pretty much like the stock market. If you guys do not invest in the right stock, you're going to lose a bunch of money. If you guys invest in the right stock, you're going to make a bunch of money. So there's something called CPR, and CPR stands for cost per result, which means that if you guys are spending $100 per day on ads and your CPR is $15, that means that every $15 out of that 100, you're getting a sale. Now, when running meta ads, you want to go ahead and make back the profit that you spent for that ad. Most people think like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 or 2 products on the website and make a bunch of profit. But no, that's the completely wrong thing to do. You need to drop a collection, anywhere from like 4 to 8 products. Honestly, I suggest 6 to 8 personally, because that's how you're going to build up the highest profit margins. Now, let me explain how. It's called giving a good offer. It sounds so simple, right? But really, it's not. A lot of people lack this. A good offer is like buy 2, get 1 free. Spend $99 and get free shipping. Buy X, Y, and Z and get X for free. Those type of things. Make sure that the website is optimized to have these pop out, look appealing, and build scarcity. Now, without those 3 things, the offer won't even matter because it's not going to work. Make sure you guys have those things implemented into the website itself. Okay, so now this is going to be one of the most important ones, and it's having the right manufacturer. Now, listen, if you guys do not have the right manufacturer, you're going to see your stuff like delaying drops, getting overcharged for samples or bulk orders. And if you guys are just first starting out, you guys probably don't even know if you're getting overcharged or just have a crappy manufacturer. Because I'm going to tell you guys this. When I first started, I got a sample before, and I literally thought it was the best quality ever. But in reality, it really wasn't. But I didn't know the difference because I never had a really good manufacturer before. And realistically, all these other brands like Nike, Adidas, they all use like the same material. And it's not nothing really that heavy or good. Now, this hoodie right here is one of the ones I made for one of my brands. It's just something I'm not dropping. This was kind of like a personal. But like, look, the hood fits perfectly. I mean, obviously not with my bun up, but the hood also sits nicely on my neck. And the screen print is just on point. So, once again, I'm going to be putting the manufacturers all right here. You guys can go ahead and pause the video and just go DM them. Now, I never worked with these manufacturers. I'm pretty sure I said that earlier in the video. But now, my manufacturers are going to be in the link in the description. And they're going to be into a private Discord server called Fashion Wealth. Now, the reason why I made Fashion Wealth is because most clothing brand owners don't even make $500 per month. So I grabbed all the knowledge that I learned and I literally put it inside of a Discord server. So to be honest with you, it's literally my brain inside of a Discord server. Now, my students in Fashion Wealth are hitting $500 per day. I'm talking about $10,000, $20,000 per month. In Fashion Wealth, I have weekly calls with all my students going over step by step on how to make your first $10,000, even if you're starting small. Now, my name is Jojo, and I started my first clothing brand at 15. I failed a bunch of times, sold like 11 pieces my second ever drop, lost money, tried again, and then failed again, but I just continued to keep learning. By the time I was 17, I built a successful business, and it was called John Gas, which is right here. Now, literally in one day, it took my brand from going like this to this. I was making over $1,000 per day, and it was all by me learning one simple thing, and it's having a good system. Now, this took me almost 2 years to even learn, but the day I learned it, it changed my life forever. There's been times where I made $20,000 with my clothing brand and I spent it all on designer and literally went broke. But because I had the skill set, I was able to go ahead and make double that in the same exact time. So because I developed the skill set, it led me to never go broke ever in my life again. You guys got to remember, the reason why your brand is not getting any sales, it's not because you don't have no money. It's because you don't have the skill set to make the money. Keep that in mind. So now because a lot of people go ahead and text me on Instagram, which my Instagram is right here. So now I'm getting a lot of DMs asking like, Jojo, what do you do? How do you do it? To put me on with the sauce. So I'm going to be opening up new spots for the next 8 people to get mentored and skip years of error and trial. You guys are going to get mentored from knowing exactly what to drop, how to run ads, how to market, the best manufacturers, and even get weekly calls with me, which I'll be answering any questions you have and guiding you guys in the right step to make your first $100,000, which I actually made double that right here. So now what makes this mentor different is that I actually build a foundation with you. I don't just be like, you guys are going to do this and do this. No, I actually build a foundation for you guys. We work on 3 key things. Winning product designs. I will make you products that are built to sell, not just something that looks cool. A conversion ready website, which means that I'll build your site so that potential customers immediately trust your brand, because this is one of the key factors. One of the reasons why people are not buying from you is because they don't trust you, and that's totally normal. If I was to post on my story that I'm selling soap, but they never see my face before, they're probably not going to buy from me because they're like, oh, whatever, I can just go buy from Dove or something like that. So that's exactly how these customers feel when they can just go to Nike, Essentials, Adidas, So I will build your website so that you can be able to build those trusts with your potential customers. Now I'll also go ahead and help you install your marketing funnels. I set up your SMS, I teach you how to run ads, and I give you my top 10 secret marketing strategies to go viral and will lead you to go ahead and sell out on your next drop. Now this is the same blueprint that I use to help my clients make $5, $10, and even $20,000 per month. I know most of you guys are struggling with going viral or getting people to even see your products. But the thing is that I keep my mentoring limited, only because I want to work with people one-on-one and actually deliver a premium quality service without having to rush. Now, if you're serious about making your first $10 or even $20,000, there's a link in the description where you can go ahead and book a call. There will also be a link in the description for a form that you need to fill out. Now, if you're able to go ahead and secure your spot, we'll get onto a call, map out the entire launch strategy that we're going to use for your brand so that we have a clear idea on how much you're going to make and how we can improve your brand from looking like this to looking like this. Now, whether you work with me or not, take this way. Your success is built on a system, not luck. Focus on product presentation and promotion in that order, and no matter what, you'll win. If you're ready to stop the guesswork, click the link down in the bio, book and fill out the form, and I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace out.